What is going on, everyone? Welcome in tonight. Uh, we are here, as you can see. Sam is going to be busy, so he'll be here for a few minutes to just say hey. But again, welcome in. Happy Sunday to the weekend to everyone. Uh, if you're new here, check out the content. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe, like it. To everyone returning, of course, we always appreciate all of the support. And there's a bunch of stuff we'll go over, especially a recap of last night's video we put out. There was a lot of comments about other things maybe I missed. So Sam was not involved in that video. That's kind of why he's like, meh.
No, obviously. When was it? It's been a while.
It doesn't matter when it was. You weren't there.
Obviously.
He left me alone.
Either way, if I was there, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be hearing anything because he's technically the only one who hears stuff. So.
What he's trying to say is I do all the editing. So.
No, you attracting ghosts. So.
He's in denial about this. But yeah, we're going to talk about that, some of the highlights of that, some of the upcoming stuff in a vague manner, not going to go too in depth into it, and some other things that you guys will notice and some upcoming stuff. So we're going to recap into a bunch of that. But as noted, Sam is here, but Sam doesn't want to spend time with us.
Busy working.
He is busy. He's dealing with stuff, and I drug him away from that, even though he knew about this for like 2 days.
Okay, so have fun.
All right. Well, now I got to go put up my flag. All right. I'll be back literally in 20 seconds. I'm going to put up the overlay one more time. I don't need anyone staring at me while I'm walking to the door. 30 seconds. All right, and we're back. So, as noted in the last night's video too, whole new setup, obviously. There was a move that happened. It was discussed in some shorts and a brief video. But so let's get into this because there is a bunch of stuff to cover. There was a lot of commentary last night about that video right after it got posted, like within about 30 minutes. So there was a bunch of comments as to things, which is great because that's what I asked. I said, hey, did I miss something? Did people think they heard or saw things maybe I missed? And there was a bunch of questions as to this or that. So what did you guys think? As I just asked, like, what did you guys think of the video? Did you guys happen to hear anything? Didn't want to comment about it, maybe just didn't want to, not everyone wants to comment on videos, so it's okay. But that's kind of why we're here, because there was a lot of feedback on that one. And so I actually made a list over here. So if I'm looking this way, I'm looking at this list because I went back today, put in my other headphones, and really cranked up the volume a bit. So again, for this location, I had tried to go there again I think it was like February or March 2020, right before, everything went fucking wild, and couldn't get in. So went back late last year. This video kind of sat on the back burner, unfortunately, until then. That's kind of how far we are, a little bit behind in videos, just to give you guys a heads up. So getting to go in there was really cool. But so again, there was a couple standing outside of this location. There was two couples. There was an older couple and a younger couple. And the older couple were very curious about the location, had heard some stories, etc., etc. The younger couple was much more into the actual paranormal stuff. So they wanted to go in, but they were hesitant. And I'd already seen there was an opening now. So I was like, sweet. But I wanted to check because the place is supposed to be like guarded. Stories are that the underground tunnels, police used to hide down there. And they would get so creeped out, they heard things and they would just panic and like want to leave, but they would wait down there and then catch people trespassing on the property. That's the story. Apparently, it's not a myth. But so I was a little preemptive. There was a comment I made in one of the clips where I said, now I hope there's not a ranger, like a park ranger, standing outside waiting to slap my wrist for trespassing or something, but there was nothing. So, but that had me a little on edge. That's why some of it seemed like I was moving a little faster even than normal. But so, other things I noted when I went in, we heard a voice, at least, well, the camera did. I didn't specifically, while literally just adjusting my hat, and it got caught on audio. And then there was a couple other things that got caught. Again, I didn't hear any of these, but what was interesting, again, that younger couple was telling me about the people had electrical and issues basically with their cameras and other devices and such, which I found interesting. Don't necessarily buy into it a whole lot because I've never experienced it. Well, this camera is the same one I've used. It's the one right back there next to the guitar. Used that for a good year and a half until that point, and used it ever since still. Never had the same issue where it just shuts off without warning and then asks for data recovery. So very interesting, as well as my flashlight, which I've always used the last 2.5 years. Never had an issue turning it on. And as soon as I got in there and went to turn it on, it wouldn't work. So very just interesting notes. But there was a couple comments. And again, if you guys have seen or heard something that I didn't note in the video, again, feel free in the comment here or the comment of that video to let us know. And I'll definitely go back and I'll try to look it up. So I have this list here, and there was a note made for basically the 5-minute mark about an orb in one of the rooms I panned to, going kind of up and then down. And I did see it on review, but it was so brief as I was kind of motioning that it's hard to tell what it was. It was a light source, but was it a bug? And if you zoom in, it's a little hard to see. So I can't say one or the other. I did see the object that they were discussing or commented on, but again, what could it be? I wouldn't want to be definitive and say it's this or this because it's just so quick. But I did see I just saw what they were talking about. Coming up at the 750 mark, someone saw the commenter said if they heard a growl, which again I listened to it multiple times. I'm pretty sure that was just wind. Sometimes the mic on that camera catches wind, and even though I do downturn some of the peaks, the wind gets caught a lot. And I think that was just like a gust of wind coming over it. At the 9.5 minute mark, there was apparently like a breath or even music being heard, again by the commenter. I didn't hear it, but that was at the moment where I did think I saw something down the hallway. That was more why I stopped. As they mentioned, I stopped, so maybe I thought I'd heard it. But that moment, I didn't hear like any of this actually in person. Most of the stuff I did not hear, and I don't hear in person. It's later on the audio. But that was one of the moments where I thought I saw something move down the hallway. And again, I was still kind of going, oh God, I hope there's not like a ranger that showed up and is like, well, who owns that car? Because, knowing, well, they're probably in the building. So that's why I saw that, but no one else was in the building that I'm aware of, period. So yeah, that was when I thought I saw something move. And that's why I stopped. There was a 10 minute, 13 second mark where, again, a commenter thought, oh, a breath maybe was heard. Again, that was, I believe, right when I got upstairs into the second level, and the windows are more open there. And I was crossing a doorway. So to me, I believe that was just, again, wind going across the microphone, because it was very kind of quick. And yeah, I leave that as wind. That's why I didn't really pay any attention to it when I originally edited it. Right after that, the same commenter said, "Is there a voice?" So this was the breath was at 10:13 ish. This is at 10:16. So immediately following, a voice. My notes literally put, I think that was just my fat ass breathing, because when I'm walking around some of these places, it's kind of hot. Your adrenaline's going, and your camera is like right here. It's hard not to, when there's a microphone anywhere near you, not breathe into it. I think that was just me, to be honest. I'm just gonna say that was literally my fat ass just breathing. That's all that was, at least to me. You guys can take it as you want, because that's it. This is not me proving to you guys about any of the paranormal or abnormal occurrences. This is about you guys and what you believe and what you think. I'm just making my speculations. So everyone's open to their own speculations about these things. Right after that, another commenter says, possible shadow at the 11:15 mark. And this was another spot where I thought I saw something down the hallway. And so I agree. If someone else can back that up and think that they saw something, that'd be great. When you zoom in a little bit more, it's kind of gets a little grainier, so it's a little harder to see. But yeah, in my sense when I was there, I do think I saw something moving. But so someone else potentially seeing the same thing could help validate potentially that. But it was weird because, yeah, when the camera, as I kind of got closer, the camera did lose focus a little bit. It kind of went a little grainy, a little blurry-ish for a good 1 to 2 seconds. Then it kind of cleared up again. So, again, a little weird, because it was one of the only times that the camera actually lost focus. So one of those weird moments where, okay, it happens. I'm not saying there was anything paranormal, that's why. But so if someone else potentially seeing the same, I'll validate that I did personally think I saw something also. Later on, this was in the kitchen randomly, the kitchen, like washroom, dish room area. At almost the 14-minute mark, someone said they heard music playing. I listened to it a good 10 times, cranked up the volume, and they were right. If you go back to the actual 13-minute, 54-second mark, to me, it sounds like there are about 3 to 4 piano keys being played, which is weird. You're in the kitchen. So I don't know if that's reminiscent of not a active spirit, but like a residual energy of something maybe that was playing while the hospital was active. They used to play it over a speaker. Maybe someone in the kitchen used to play a song, because there was no piano that I could see in that building. I didn't come across one anyways. And this was in the kitchen. But, sorry, for that comment, I did hear 3 to 4 piano keys being struck in the audio. So that was a good find, because, yeah, I did not catch it during the editing. So that was a good find. And, if you guys want to go back and try to validate it, that was at the 13-minute, 54-second mark. Again, there was a lot of these comments. So I was like, all right, I'll go back. 15 minutes and 41 seconds, a laugh. Possible. I couldn't tell after listening to it multiple times. I couldn't tell, so I would not definitively say that was anything. But again, to each his own. Everyone can come up with their own conclusions. That's perfectly fine. But me personally, I couldn't differentiate that from maybe myself doing something. Plus you're stepping on a lot of stuff, so you never know. But this is the one, yeah. This one, there's two more specifically, and this one was the one that blew my mind while watching the video back originally. Was at the 18 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm panning outside of this open window into the balcony to show some of the architecture of the building and trying to stay kind of hidden just because there had been a van outside that I'd filmed, but I believe that was during the time the camera shut off and I didn't notice. So it didn't get filmed. And I wasn't sure who it was, so I was trying to stay hidden. There's a comment about saying, I hear this talking clear as day. Well, yes, it is very clear as day on the audio. 18 minutes, 15-second mark. You can go watch it. I put in there, I did not hear this at all. And it almost is so clear, it sounds like someone's talking right outside. But I'm on the second floor towards the front of the building, and there's a fence separating the building from by at least 30, 40 feet at least. So how I would hear someone clearly talking unless they're yelling, because there was, again, two couples outside. But it wasn't like a yelling voice. It was just talking. So that was really, really interesting. Again, I'm not going to say anything, but I didn't hear it in person. So that's really strange because it was really clear that there was someone talking, at least 4 or 5 words. So definitely go check it out because that was maybe, if that was literally an EVP, that would be one of the best ones I've ever caught. And the last comment, at least of significance anyways, was at almost 21 minutes. They asked if there was a voice, and it says something like, I'd like to, like I would like to. That was me. Like at that moment, a second later, I literally say, I'd like to, because I was talking about finding the underground tunnels and saying, oh, I'd like to find them if I can. So that was me. I think that's all that was. Maybe I talked really softly to this person that commented on it. But that was me, I'm sure, unless some EVP came across that I literally can't hear and it forecasted what I was going to say. So I don't know. But we also have some other news. Obviously, again, we have the move that happened. So now we're able to go a lot more places, a lot more often, and film more. Which, again, we still have a backlog of videos. So, like, we're not going anywhere. We're only ramping it up. We've got a bunch of plans coming up. And so don't worry about that. Plus, in that video I said I've updated some stuff. So now we should be able to crank this stuff out in even a little bit better quality too. So that's helpful. But also the fact that I don't have to worry about, is my computer going to lag out today and not handle the software. So I don't have to worry about that anymore, or shouldn't anyways, not for quite a while. So some of the upcoming trips, we are going to be out of country here in a month and a half or a little over that. We're going to be out of country doing a trip. So more videos that are going to come out, some shorts, maybe a live stream. We'll see. I hadn't realized how long it had been since we did a live stream until the day when I actually went and looked. And I was like, man, it has been a while. So sorry about that. If you guys want us to do more live streams, drop a comment, let us know. Be like, yeah, give us a recommendation if you want one a month, one every at least couple of months. We can do that. But so we have that out of country. We're working on collaborating with another creator, another Urbex explorer. We're working on setting up something with that, so that should be fun. Won't go into details or who it is, of course, because we haven't set anything in stone yet, but working on that. Definitely more haunted stuff. We've got several things lined up. We have a trip in July as well as one maybe in early June. So it should be interesting. And those will take a little while to process, edit, but it'll be well worth it. They could be like a series. That's what we're hoping to do with them. Really make them worthwhile for all the viewers. And then the end of summer, mostly why it's so far in advance is because we're trying to set up with some guests for basically what I would call at this moment, paranormal hour. Basically a conversation with not just myself, but specifically a couple other actual paranormal, I don't want to use the word experts, seasoned paranormal investigators. And anyone who likes a lot of the paranormal stuff, one would recognize these people as soon as they saw them on screen or heard their name, probably. So working on that. So hopefully that'll be the end of summer. We'll do either a recording and post a video, or we'll do a live chat. I really hope for a live chat because I'd like to actually then open the floor to bring viewers in to then maybe discuss their own experiences, in a brief manner, and let them maybe give explanation or maybe even verification, validation, so to say, to those stories. So I think that would be pretty interesting and cool, kind of interactive too with the audience. Again, as you see, the video logo, or the YouTube thumbnail rather, for this was a different logo. It hasn't been shown before. And as you can see behind me here, these on the wall, there they are. We have new logos coming out. So I don't want anyone to be confused when we start rolling out the new logos. There will be more notification of these logos. But if we want, just to give people a clearer view, because, again, I don't want to confuse people when the new logos get rolled out, that they're like, what is that? We've never seen this. Who is this? It's still us. So let me see if I can do this here really quickly. There we go. So this is the logo that you guys saw on the thumbnail. This is one of the new logos that we are rolling out with here soon. This will become an official logo. Basically, we're going to end up replacing our standard logo that we currently have eventually, or just incorporating. We're not 100% sure yet. And then our other logo will be one of our personal favorites, actually. And again, you see them both on the wall behind us. So you will be rolling out soon. So I just don't want people confused, but we will remind people when that actually happens. So the main other thing that we need to discuss was that there is a merch store. Some of these logos are included now with the merch, and still doing some other stuff, but there's a bunch of cool shit on there. The link should be in the description of this video, but I can also very quickly post the link for everyone in the chat, because I think it's worth checking out. Plus, again, if you buy more stuff, you get discounts. That didn't work. I should have had this prepared. I really didn't think I was going to pull up the link. There we go. Got it. So you can literally just go into this link that I'm going to post right now, and you guys can find the link. Well, there is the link already posted by one and only Joey Foster. So you can go into that link posted by Joey. Again, it's also in the description of the video, and you can go, that one in the video will take you directly to us. And the more stuff you buy, you get discounts. It helps us a lot. but it's going to be these new logos. That's why we're going to roll them out soon. We're just working on incorporating everything involved. As a reminder, I need to find Lauren, because I've never heard from Lauren, who won the free merchandise giveaway already. And I haven't heard from her. So unfortunately, she's not here tonight, it doesn't seem. So I will continue to pursue Lauren. So Lauren, if you do see this, please email us or send us a message through Instagram if you have that. And we would love to send you your free merch. So please feel free to do that. I mean, this is going to be like a little shorter live stream. I already did a lot of the topics, really, because, again, we're in a new setting, but we're going to be pumping out new material. And then we went over a lot of these highlights from this video last night. I don't know if anyone wants to jump on. We've never opened the stream before, but, you know, we're thinking if anyone wants to jump on, discuss things, we're free to open the link up for a change. We've never done it yet, so could be something new that we try if people want to. But there hasn't been a lot to cover other than the news of the move, the new video, which we covered all the highlights, and well, they're definitely not haunted, unfortunately. Although Sam says I attract a lot of hauntings. So for anyone jumping on now, yeah, Sam was here, but he has other things he's got to take care of. He's been busy for the evening. We had a bunch of stuff we had to do today, so he was here for a few minutes and then he had to take off, unfortunately. So it happens. Life is life. It's Sunday night, Monday for people, you know. But so yeah, I mean, if people want to, if they watched it and they want to jump on or talk about anything paranormal or exploring or abandoned stuff, I mean, I'll open the link up for a little bit. That's fine with me. I've never done it before, so, but that's why we said we'd love to do that, especially that interactive one later this summer at the end, once everything gets set up. I'd love to open the floor to people in the chat section. But other than that, well, what else did I catch on the video? Well, we went over a lot of this at the very beginning. Some of the comments about the video itself were, I think I got the comments and I went back and validated. Very not valid. I don't want to say validated. I can confirm or go against the comments. So. And I don't know if I want to have to go through the whole thing, but I can do that too. Joey's getting pushy tonight. And Joey, all you have to say is, yeah, open the link. Jesus. I can do this for a little bit. I got some stuff cooking too, but I can do that. We've never opened the floor before, so why not? Let's see what we got in here. We can discuss anything and everything. Abandoned, urbex, travel, paranormal, what you guys saw of the video last night specifically, or any of the other videos, any of the stuff you may have found that I didn't, as I went over that whole list earlier, but Yep. I see we've got LW cheersing in here. And I see John over here. He's creeping. As usual. John's really good at creeping. So yeah, anyone wants to pop on? I dropped the link for a little bit, so go for it. Oh, and here we go. First guest of the night. Because let's see, there we go.
Hey. I wasn't being pushy. You had just said, if anybody wants to join me in here, you can go right on ahead, but you never posted a link.
No, I was asking a question if people wanted to. People just got so.
So, no, the biggest thing on your video last night that I caught was the idea that when you walked around to that window or door, whatever it was, and you could hear people talking. I mean, plain as day, you heard them talking, but you said you couldn't hear anything when you were there. You didn't hear it, and as loud as you could hear that as loud as you could hear it, you would have heard that.
95% of the things you don't hear in person. Like there are times where I'll hear a little bit, I'll go, "Oh, what was that?" But 95% of the time, you do not hear them like that. But that was definitely, and I went over it earlier again. I went back and reviewed all the comments and all the notes and stuff, and that one especially obviously stood out to me in the audio. And I had to explain, like, that's the second floor, and so I'm on the second floor of the building. There were two couples outside, but they are literally probably at least 50 feet from the building because of the fence line around the building. So unless they were literally yelling, there's no way I would have heard them.
Right.
And that audio didn't sound like yelling. It just sounded like someone going, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" You know, kind of like a cheerful. So it was like, if that was literally an EVP, that was probably the clearest one I've ever gotten, plus the loudest. And so it's a very interesting.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. But I kept hearing. Damn, hold on. I want to say, you know, them whistles you used to get out of Cracker Jack boxes. They didn't have a ball in them. They didn't whistle like that. They were more like a train whistle. You know, like that low pitched sound. Just, whoo, you know, that's what I kept hearing. I kept hearing that all the way through it.
I only really heard the music one once during any of the comments about music. It was in the kitchen area, and it does sound like there was literally, to me, when I listened to it multiple times and cranked up the volume with my actual like earbuds in, not my normal headphones I wear, it literally sounded like 3 to 4 piano keys.
Yeah.
Being played. And it was weird because, again, it's a kitchen area, so that's why I have to assume if it was literally music, it must have been something, a residual that plays on the radio. They used to play on a radio in the facility or in the kitchen from a worker or something like. Because I didn't see a piano in the whole building. There was no piano.
Right.
So I have no idea how to explain that.
That's what I was thinking. That, you know, I had my good headphones in. I mean, my real good ones on. Listen to it, and I kept, you know, I would play it for 2 minutes, and then I'd back it up and play it again. And then if I thought I heard something, you know, I'd listen to that 3 or 4 times. And I kept hearing that all throughout it. But then I started thinking, it's got to be just me that's hearing that. And, you know, because you get a sound stuck in your head, and all of a sudden you're hearing it everywhere. But that thing, particularly in the kitchen, you could hear it really well. And then there was one time you just you got to the end of a hall and turned around. I don't remember which one that was, but
that was the other music comment was 9.5 minutes. That was when I paused, and that was when I said I think I saw something down the hallway. Now I personally didn't hear anything because personally, like, I didn't like hear anything, but it was when I do think I stopped and I was like, I think I just saw something. That's why I stopped, because I thought I saw something move. But also in a darker place like that too, sometimes your eyes do want to play tricks. But that's why I stopped. But when I went back, I didn't hear anything. But again, maybe I'm not hearing it. My hearing is not good. That's why I
the orb. Did you see the orb that I said I seen?
I saw the particular item you were talking about, the glow. And it's just so hard to tell because it was so quick while I was panning initially. Yeah. It's hard to tell if it was in that lighting. I can't assume that it would be a bug because that would make no sense in that lighting. Plus, I didn't run into any other bugs that I'm aware of. But it was just so quick and hard to tell. But I did see exactly that object. It was like, and then it actually kind of disappeared for a second. And then when I panned back, it reappeared and went down a little lower too. So it was interesting to actually go back and look at that and go, okay, I see it. I do see it.
And it was one thing, and I meant to go back and watch it again. When you went by the old file cabinets and the doors were open and files, I swear that one of those doors was open and then closed. And I meant to go back and watch that and forgot. It just dawned on me.
That must have been the office room area where I found some of the old documents, but they were so scattered and like kind of torn up that there wasn't a lot to zoom in on. I'm assuming that's the room because I think that's the only room I had real file cabinets of paperwork in.
Yeah, it was just like drawers or something. But anyway,
I'd have to go back.
It could have just been. Well, you kind of panned the camera, and I noticed the door open, and then when you panned again, it was closed. But what I'm thinking is, it might have been a different angle. You might have been in a different location when you panned, and I seen it again, and it just looked like it was a closed and whatever.
Yeah, it's very possible. That's it, because that's it in this area. It's supposed to be under park ranger control and security. So I was like, I'm getting the hell in and out of this place. Plus, again, as I was describing a little earlier, when the camera shut off and I realized that however long it was, it could have been 5 minutes, it might have been 10 minutes. I don't even know. When I realized it was off and I had to do data recovery, which again is very bizarre because I've never had any issues with this camera before or after since. There had been a white van outside that had showed up while I was not there next to the two couples I'd originally talking with. And I was like, oh God, who is that? So I was like, oh no. So I was like, well, let's get in and out of this bitch. Then it turned out to be no one later, but I mean, I couldn't see anything or, so you're taking precaution. That's why I made that comment of leaving going, now I hope there's not a ranger outside to slap my wrist like a bad boy.
Yeah.
I was like, because you just don't know. So,
well, it's all right. I mean, I love the video, and because I've watched a couple of times. I've watched your ones where you was down in the catacombs to see if I could hear or see anything, and I didn't. I didn't hear or see nothing down there.
There was the first one. I didn't hear anything. I think there was one point. I thought I heard something, but it kind of seemed eh. The second one, there was one or two voices I did believe I caught, but it's hard to tell because it echoes. But again, never had run into anyone either time at that point until, well, crazy enough, I won't go into too much detail while I edit still the third attempt that we did. Oh, sorry, shocker. Spoiler, there's a third edition coming out, everyone. That night, we ran into fucking everyone. There was a goddamn mother was down there.
Oh, my gosh.
Like everyone, the damn mother was down there that night. We were like, what? So that one is a little interesting.
Well, I think you ought to go back to the sanatorium again and maybe get permission to investigate it as a paranormal, and just maybe set some digital recordings up, and ask some questions to see if you get anything. Because I think I know you get something in there.
Oh, it would be absolutely interesting. I don't think it would be that difficult either, as long as you sign waivers. Because the tunnels I'm surprised I found the damn tunnel entrance, to be honest. I didn't know they stretched sideways either. I know they went to another building across the property.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they stretched sideways also on both sides. And I scared myself down there. Even on the video, I didn't even edit it out. I was like, oh, I just scared the shit out of myself because the echo actually came back down the hallway and scared me. Because I thought it was someone.
Well, I tell you, I was like you. When you got to the point where that crossing was, and there was tunnels everywhere. Remember, tunnels everywhere. I said, "Man, turn around." Hell, I wouldn't go down any of them tunnels.
That's kind of why I stopped. Also, I was like, okay,
and not because they might be haunted, but because you don't know who the hell's down there.
Well, I was out of time, and I was just like, oh God, I don't want to get potentially. I don't know where each one of them goes. I didn't know there was more than just one, so I was like, and apparently where I was is apparently right under the parking lot area, apparently. And the funniest thing was the younger couple, the ones who were more the paranormal people, they were telling me kids used to access it through that parking lot area. So what they did was they put a porta potty on top of it to cover it, the opening. That was what the Rangers did. They put a porta potty to cover it originally. I was like, oh, that's ingenuity right there. I love it.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, and I'll head back in the chat. But
Hey,
I enjoyed that video, man. It's a good job.
I appreciate Joey for you jumping on. I appreciate the comments because I went back and looked, and some of them I could say, yeah, that I did hear something. So that also proved that hey, I missed stuff. That's why
Right, but there's also there's always a chance it's just an echo or a residual noise.
Exactly. I will say you commented on one part. You said there's a voice that says I'd like to, and I'm like, yeah, that was me. That was me because I was like looking for the tunnels. I'm like, I'd like to find the tunnels, and I was like, yeah, that was me. I think I just kind of maybe I whispered it a little lower or whatever. I was like, no, that unless the ghost literally could foreshadow and forecast what I was about to say.
Okay.
I was
All
like,
right,
no,
man.
that was me.
We'll see you later.
All right, Joe. I appreciate it. All right, everyone. That is the legendary Joey Foster. So you're going to see him around quite a bit. And I know he's commenting and stuff. Oh, God. And now we got this guy in here. He keeps saying we're going to talk about stuff one day on his channel or whatever, but he keeps blowing me off. The Travel Fool's in the house, and that's good. So, again, this was going to be a quick night overall, but I mean, hey, we're already over 42 minutes basically. But we've covered a lot between upcoming trips, kind of premiering. I'm dyslexic over here with the camera. Premiering a little bit of the new logos. Again, we're going to roll these out so that people don't get confused. I don't want to just drop them and people not know, oh, that's you now. Okay. Went over all the updates of that video for some of the comments and posts, whether I could help. I don't want to say, again, validate, but confirm that, oh, yeah, I did hear something, or maybe give an objective opinion on some of the comments to say, no, that was probably wind, et cetera, et cetera. But again, to each his own. I'm not saying anything specifically paranormal. That's up to everyone to decipher on their own or come up with a judgment on. I'm just the idiot that goes and tours these places. I use the term tour very loosely when it comes to the legal senses. So don't tell anyone that because, whatever. What is the statute of limitations for trespassing? Is there one? I don't think so. Unless it's, especially over at an abandoned place. That was one of the funniest fucking comments I've ever gotten on a video. Ever. And I'm sure other urbexers have gotten this shit too. Posting yourself doing a criminal activity like trespassing. Again, what can someone tell me what the statute of limitations is for trespassing? If there is one. Trespassing, that's literally the worst thing someone can think of. Get the fuck out of here. That's the least concerning thing I have to worry about is trespassing. Most of the buildings don't even say no trespassing, so technically you're not trespassing. Police? Yeah. Literally, the worst thing that's going to happen when you go into most of these places, literally, even if it says no trespassing, if you have a camera, they're going to give you a slap on the wrist and tell you you're an idiot and get the hell out of the building. That's generally it. So when someone came on, it was like, you're posting and you're doing illegal activities. I'm like, call the police then. Don't comment on the YouTube video. Because I'm sure that person was a legal scholar. 2 hours, if even that. I mean, again, depending on the location. This is not like government facilities or active where you can't be in their restricted areas, something like that. I mean, like, literally, they're abandoned. Even if it says no trespassing. You're going to, at worst, a fine. If you get caught, that's it. A fine. And most of the time, they're literally just going to tell you you're an idiot and leave. That's literally what's going to happen. So, again, the YouTube legal scholars in the comment sections before, fucking amazing. Damn. There's no such, been swearing quite a bit now. I've kept my mouth pretty clean tonight. Proud of myself. Cheers to me. That's part of it. That's why I say, well, one is if you have a camera too, LW. If you have a camera, they know you're filming. It's not like you're walking out with a crowbar in hand and a bag of spray paint, like doing graffiti. You literally have a backpack with camera batteries, lights, and flashlights. You know, I mean, it's like they're just going to call you an idiot and tell you to leave. That is literally probably what's going to happen 99% of the time. Yeah, unless you do that. Yes, yes, that you will be definitely fined and or arrested for. That is fine. Then again, the Capitol at this point in time might as well be abandoned. Eesh. Won't go into that stuff. We don't talk politics on this channel. Thanks, Travel Fools, trying to get me YouTube to send up a red flag on my channel. You're passing false information to the public. Yeah, okay. Fuck off. So, I don't know. If anyone else wants to jump on here, I did drop the link. I can drop it one more time. Let me find it up here. That's not what I want to do. Oh, God damn it. I'll drop the link one more time. If someone wants to jump in, feel free. It's right there. We can chat for a few minutes. Otherwise, we might be shutting it down soon. But if someone else wants to jump on and chat for a few minutes, by all means. I ain't got shit going on. Well, not really. I have stuff in the oven. But Sam's out there. He'll take care of it. That or he'll come get me for help. One or the other. Yep. You have the power, Joey. You have the power. I don't know why I gave you that power, but you gave it to yourself. Never mind. Yeah, no politics. No politics. We saved that for Traveling Fools channel, which, by the way, Joey or Traveling Fools, Joey, he can send a link. Please drop Traveling Fools a link, and so anyone else watching, if they don't check it out, then go check him out because he acts a fool over there, and we can get political on his channel if we want to. You gotta be a late night crowd for his channel though. Fucking like midnight till 5 a.m. Ridiculous. I'm getting old, TF. You can't be doing that shit anymore. But I'll give it a couple minutes. If someone wants to jump on, there was the link again in the chat. We can talk about the video last night, upcoming stuff, travel, etc., etc. Otherwise, in I'd say a few minutes, we'll wrap it up. It's been 49 minutes. Only planning on about 30 tonight, but it's good to see some people in here. Joey got in here, talked about his thing. There, Joey dropped that too. So anyone seeing the chat later on, yeah, definitely check out Travel Fools channel. It's right there. He's got some good stuff. Loves lots of good live shows too. Just sit around, talk the shit. Maybe sometimes about sports, not always. And then he has another channel too. If he wants to promote that, by all means, he can talk about that in the chat because he's got some good stuff going on over there too. So definitely check out TF's channel there, as Joey just dropped it. And you'll find me over there here and there. You'll find Joey over there all the time because he does do late night stuff. So I'm trying to keep this a little less. Started a little late. Apologize for that too. Just straight up, literally, we were running errands today. Had to get all fancy clothes for a dress-up event this week. Oof. Thank God I still have my suit from years ago, and I still fit into it. Sam had to buy a suit today. That price tag was not pretty. He paid for it. I didn't pay for that shit. But once again, it is after the 50-minute mark, 51 minutes almost. Not too bad. Not too bad. I haven't even gone through one drink yet. Damn. I'm slow this evening. But, hey, I appreciate everyone. Lauren, for the love of God, Lauren. I haven't seen her in a while, so hopefully she's doing okay. And she hasn't commented on a video in a while, so hopefully she's doing okay. But please email us. It's on the About tab on the main YouTube page for Exploring with Ben and Sam. Email us or send us an Instagram message if you have that app or social media site. Right on our banner, you can click the Instagram and it'll take you to us. Send us a message or an email so we can get you your free merch that you won. We've just been trying to get in touch with you and also with the move. So, no, he did not. But suits are damn expensive. Suits are expensive. I mean, suits are expensive. Pants, the jacket, a shirt, a dress shirt and shit. People want it for a damn belt. I had to buy a new belt and some new dress shoes, and one white shirt, dress button shirt, $151 fucking dollars, and that was with discounts. And this wasn't top line shit. Yeah, I was like, holy fuck, that was the cheaper stuff. Honestly, that was the cheaper stuff. Hey. You don't trash. You do not fucking trash Faded Glory. Faded Glory is comfy shit. That is comfy fucking stuff. So is George. George and Faded Glory are comfy clothes. Am I wearing? Are these George sandals I'm wearing too? Nah, see? Yeah, I'm wearing George sandals even. These are comfy. Love these things. I have 2 sets of these. They're cheap too. Yeah. Don't trash Faded Glory, or I'll time you on myself, Trout Fools. The Goodwill is cheap. I'll let Sam know the Goodwill is cheap. I'll let him know. Don't think we're gonna find a thing for a party event that we have to get ready for. I still have a suit, again, luckily I fit into, my fat ass will fit into, that I've got, fuck, oh God. Holy shit, 16 years ago, custom made in Iraq, 4-piece. Still fits. Surprised. But I'll let Sam know about Goodwill. He probably forgot. But once again, yeah. So anyways, doing that. So if Lauren or anyone sees Lauren Smith in the chats coming up or in a comment, if you guys see her, just respond to her if you can for me. If I don't see it for some reason, I'll be checking myself as I usually try to do, and tell her to email me or send me a message on Instagram because she needs to get her free merch. All right, that's it. Timing TF out. Lots of Oregon Duck merch at the disc. Yeah, timing him out. You're done, TF. You've been cut off tonight. There's probably a lot more Miami gear at the Goodwill these days. But all right. Now we're so off topic. Anyways, yeah. Hopefully, Lauren, you're doing well. Hopefully, we'll hear from you soon, or I'll see you in a comment and I can get back with you and get you your free merch. And again, we will be doing some other merch stuff coming up, and hopefully, everyone has a great rest of their week. TF, are you doing a show later? You're trolling, so just let me know. Are you doing a show tonight? TikTok, ain't got all day, traveling fools. So, anyways, well, while we're waiting on that, I appreciate everyone that stopped by, tuned in. Hopefully, some of the comments that we went over, not just with Joey, but initially in the beginning of the show about the comments on the video for the Molly Stark Sanitorium could clear up, because there was a bunch of extra stuff that at least I could also help validate. So it's always good, and that's what we want, is the interaction. So we want people to listen, comment, because again, I'm not going to hear everything. I don't hear them in person most of the time, 99% of the time usually. And even on audio, guess what? I'm doing a lot of other things besides listening to the audio. Sometimes I still do miss things, and I don't have the greatest hearing. So it always helps if other people comment and help, share their viewpoints, especially because, again, I'm not saying anything specifically as paranormal unless literally I catch a damn shadow figure on the camera. That's the only time. And the only times I've ever seen a shadow figure, I'm not filming. That's generally exactly how it goes. And people say that's bullshit, blah, blah, blah. That's why there's no evidence, quote unquote, no evidence. That's how it goes. You're not expecting this shit. It just pops up in front of you. Yeah, I ain't sticking around for you, Colby. Colby's in the house. Colby's cool, but yeah, he's late to very, very, very late to the party. He was probably, I know what stream he was on. And yeah, that's a good recommendation there. Appreciate that one. And Travel TF, if you do a trivia last night or later tonight, I'll try to be there. Definitely, again, everyone go check out Travel Fools. We dropped in the link in the chat as well as on screen earlier. Go check him out. And hopefully, again, Lauren, you're doing good. But I'm kind of now rambling. Got a little off topic there. I got distracted. So appreciate you guys. And don't worry. Next week, brand new video. We're going to keep pumping them out for you guys. We have a lot, as well as all the trip updates that we just gave earlier in the show. So I will see you guys later on. And always go Ducks.